gotta make them pay.
I'm getting burnt too. No sunscreen.
Yeah, I don't know what you're going on there, but just I think
it's like dying. I'm dying.
No, stop. You have a little allergy to the sun.
Yeah, but where do you guys live? Go to court and have a field day. Get the best flipping con lawyer and have them paying you for your mileage down. My brother Bob would have it paid the mileage down.
They do that?
Get it to the.
Well, the thing is, here's the deal. We have so many witnesses. I mean, we had about 25 people.
Yeah, Carl's like, yeah,
people were walking by them and saying,
I mean, you know how many people that would be embarrassing.
Were we hurting anyone or disturbing anyone?
I almost think you should almost go in like to the chief of police and be like, are you serious? Do you really want to fight this and teach the kids that this is what we're fighting for? They did nothing wrong.
Like, who's the chief?
I don't know.
Not the guy you used to know.
It's not Steve Sykes anymore. No. I think he's dying of cancer.
Yeah, I know.
But whoever it is,
and then I said, my husband just saw you in the Memorial Day parade. And I said, I leaned over to shake his hand. My husband just saw you in the Memorial Day parade. He goes, don't. What did he say? He was like, I don't really care. I don't really.
They're old enough to speak for themselves.
Yeah, they're old enough to speak for themselves.
Okay,
my husband was so kind to you. He was a little Commodore Blazer. He should have shoved his foot up your ass. You know, but I'm like...
I think he'd been ahead for years. Like
yeah.
My brother Drew was alive.
Oh, yeah.
It's so stupid that you have to laugh, but you didn't deserve it, and it's unfair.
I agree.
And I don't like when they pick on things for no reason. Though,
like I wasn't actually there when he told us, so this is the first time I heard about it. That we got warned.
He's like, you're lying.
He's like, you're lying. I was like, well, was I there? He's like, now
you said you're lying.
Because I was like, officer. Yeah, I was like, officer or captain. I did not hear you say anything because I was way 30 yards down getting a pass.
He said, well, you saw.
Like, no, you saw me there.
Which means you heard me. And you're like, no, I didn't. We saw you. But
I mean, now
we thought maybe you were saving lives.
Yeah, and that's why I called him out. He's like, I'm like, oh, so you're calling me a liar now? You're putting my word, calling me a liar.
He's like,
yes,
we have a lot better things to do right now. Also,
it's like, all right,
go on your way.
We have more important things to do than catch you.
Drive up and down the beach.
Like, you have
That's why there were 6 of them. 6 of them and the police.
What are you doing?
I was like, is that really 8 people for a Frisbee?
Do you know what you should do?
The cop thought it was so stupid.
I mean, I'll find out more with my brother Bob just for fun. But write the names down of anyone, including me, that would go into court and say this is what they're going to say, that they called them liars, that they weren't even there, that this is what we're going to do, and give them my address and all the names of the witnesses, and just say, is this what you want? Is this what Avalon's become? If my son did, if nothing else, you just read me. You know that guy. I've dealt with Avalon cops for years with different things. You wind up finding that some of them are really like, this is ridiculous. You know, maybe it's.
He said the cop thought it was ridiculous. It was the beach patrol.
That's why I would go to the cops.
The cops say that to you? We thought it was.
All right, the cop didn't say it, but his attitude suggested that he was like, oh, this is stupid. But then when the beach patrol asked him, oh, this is enough to run down easy.
Well, Krista said, I'd like to talk to you, officer, alone, but could you just come over here and talk to us and explain what happened? And he said, no. She said, well, my husband had a confrontation, she's like, I'm not talking to you. I'd like to speak to you about what happened here. Because I have children, we're trying to. And he said, no. She said, fine, I'm not talking to you then.
But I would have your husband, whoever it is, go in, write my name. I would be happy if I can to come and just say, these are the people that are going to show up and watch the police call them liars. That there were 2 boys that got citations. If this is true, whatever's true, that we're not there.
I'm not messing with you guys.
But we should have asked for a copy of what they wrote up.
I would honestly tell you if I heard it.
And you write the name that you weren't there, and they know that they weren't there. Whatever's 100% true, I was there, and you get Jones's name, and you get any one of your friends, and these are the women that I know of, and I have it on tape also. Are you really telling me we have to fight this? In fact, I think they owe an apology, but I'll just accept that you drop the charges and stop this. But they owe those boys an apology.
I think they owe an apology. That's what I think too.
I'm standing there, but how about the fact of how they talked to me? That's what really blew me away. I thought the guy was going to say, you know what, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I really thought maybe try to take a little bit of the high road and say, you know what, don't worry about it. Let us just talk to the boys. Because that would be the calm and the cool thing to do. But instead he starts pointing the finger and starts almost like doing this to me, and I thought, I almost felt like Go. I'll sue you for
You didn't
abuse.
take me or my son's names or anything about citations, because I don't want that in there. I have
Okay.
enough problems.
All right. All right.
No, but we'll take you throwing a frisbee. Just so you know. We saw it.
I don't know that
We got
frisbees
it.
are illegal. That's stupid.
Why would they make frisbees if they're
You
illegal?
guys didn't deserve that. I feel bad. I bad. Adults behave badly too. No, I would get those names. Yeah. Oh, that's so.
I think the guy, and when I said Mrs. Heffernan, because Will Tank, this guy who was, I said when I leaned over and said Mrs. Heffernan, I said, no, I know. Will was on the lifeguard force, and we made him quit after 4 weeks. When he went home with strep throat, he was off for 2 days, and a woman turned in his phone.